Good evening, everybody, and welcome to round 7 of the Simcade League Season 5 F1 Championship. How are we all doing? I'm just waiting for my co-host tonight, Mr. Ninja. At some point he will join us. I think it's just doing driver's brief, which I'm sure is being wrapped up immediately. So tonight, round 7 is at Austria. Very fast track, short track, lots of laps. Let's see some fast drivers tonight. See, I know we have started the stream up slightly early because I'm hoping that this will push them into being on time. So, we shall see. I'll tell you what, we'll jump really quickly to Crofty. He will show us the track tonight and then we'll get to it.
It's just about time to get today's Grand Prix underway. We have a number of drivers in contention, but of course only one can claim that coveted top step of the podium. The Spielberg circuit then is situated 700 metres above sea level, with just 10 corners making up one of the shortest laps of the season. One time around here is a distance of around 2.6 miles, with the best overtaking chances into turn 1 or the tight uphill of turn 3.
There we go, Crofty, as always, thank you very much. I'm hoping that they're nearly finished right now. I do have a few people in the lobby, usual suspects: Golf, Lance, Mitch, Simi, and Cornish. Cornish should be wanting a better result after his last outing. Wasn't very impressive. So hopefully we can see the return of good form for Cornish, and I'm guessing we'll have V2 needs better luck as well because he's been having some torrid time at the moment. Let's see who else we've got in chat currently. We will have on track Extinct Footy, V2 and Jack, Golden Flame as well. I'm guessing we'll see maybe Mons at some point. We shall see. I think it would have been nice to get a bit of an insight to the driver's brief. However, I don't know what the language might be in there, even though there is only Ninja talking, but we'll leave him to it until they're done. Tell you what we can do. Let me just set up this really quickly. And we can talk a bit about why we are here. Let's just go back. Let's show a little video, shall we? Let's... if I can find it really quickly. Right, we'll head over to a quick video. Obviously, we are doing this for what we're doing for Calm this season. So if you would like to donate, then I'm sure when we get into the stream, we'll hit the donation link at the bottom. But we'll just show a little video about what they get up to. So we'll head back 1 second.
hands. If you're happy and you know it and you really want to show it. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
Bring me sunshine in your smile. Bring me laughter all the while. In this world where we live, there should be more happiness. So much joy you can give to each brand new bright tomorrow.
What are you gonna do today?
I would go run around in my new shoes.
Make me happy through the years. Never bring me any tears. Let your arms be as warm as the sun from up above. Bring me fun, bring me sunshine, bring me love.
How you doing, mate? You good?
Yeah, right. Well, everybody, we have just had to part ways with Ninja for a minute. He's just got to go sort out a few admin stuff, and then he'll be back. I've been joined by Simi, who will be on track, so a bit of an insider knowledge. How are you, Simi?
I don't know about knowledge. It's me, but yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. Thanks, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, you know what? For a Thursday, I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good, good. Yeah, obviously, I had 3 weeks off, kind of thing. Yeah, I missed the races, and we had a break. So, yeah, glad to be back. I'm looking forward to Austria. So, love a bit of Red Bull Ring.
Is it one of your favourites? Is it up there?
It's up there. Yeah, I'd say so.
It's technically not very difficult. There is a couple of corners that can catch you out. With these new style of cars, they are like pretty sort of strange. The way that they react to the track surfaces and the switching downforce and everything. So it is a bit of a different. Not much elevation change apart from going up the hill to the top of the hill to the right hander, and then it does drop down slightly again. But all in all, not too bad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I like the way it flows as well. Really nice flowing track.
It does, yeah. The only issue that I would say with this track is with the pit lane entrance is a bit of a dodgy one. I'm guessing that you guys got briefed to, if you are entering the pit lane, stay right.
Correct.
Yeah,
because cutting across is if anyone causes an incident by cutting across, and it's going to be a race ban, I believe.
Oh, so. A race ban. We're going straight in, are we?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No messing about. Yep.
Well, the natural line to take if you were to do it normally is you would stick as far left as possible and then sort of swing into the pit lane. That's the way that the game tells you. However, having somebody do that when you're alongside them is, it's not very nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, I'm guessing, how many are we due to be having tonight? Do we know we've got low numbers, medium numbers?
Yeah, lowish numbers, I think, this week.
Right.
We're just waiting. Extinct's having some issues joining, so, yep. So once Extinct's in, I think that's everyone.
Our friend from India. It does take him a few attempts to get in, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Yep.
Fantastic.
Hopefully he can join now.
So I'm guessing with the lack of numbers, you should be looking for some points today then.
Yeah, although I haven't had a chance to do any practice today, so well, other than about 10 minutes. But I had a practice lobby up. It was set to medium traction, so unexpectedly, like just as well, damage was off because Benaroni exiting the pits. So
you should be quite accustomed to Austria, though, yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fantastic.
I wouldn't say I could drive it blindfolded, but
I bet you'd do better. I bet you'd do better than you think.
We should do that as a thing. So someone like you have to try and drive a circuit blindfolded.
Didn't Quadrant try to do that on Paint? I'm pretty sure I watched Lando and the rest of Quadrant do it on Paint. They give them a track and then they had to draw it as best they could. Yeah, it was quite entertaining actually.
I remember you did a mini map thing where I think it was
corners.
Jack and who
Jack and Mitch.
Jack and Mitch and Ninja, was it?
No, Ninja wasn't there. No, it was just the two of them.
Ah, okay.
That was quite entertaining. It was a very good comeback from Jack, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. He had a dodgy start and then he got a few in a row or something, didn't he?
Yeah, it can be quite confusing looking at just like one or two corners. Some of them you can spot, like you'd probably spot like castle section straight away, or maybe I don't know, maybe casino at Monaco, maybe. But a lot of them it just merges into one.
Yep. Yeah, and as you say, some mini maps are really identifiable. Certain corners and stuff. So
we do have exciting news today. There has been actual F1 cars on track. Have you been watching any of that today?
I only saw that. It's at Bahrain or something, isn't it?
Yes.
I haven't paid attention to it though. So
are you not a pre-season testing sort of guy?
I dabble with it occasionally. Just I've been a bit preoccupied. I know this isn't a Formula One thing, but rest in peace, John Motson, absolute legend.
I did not know
that. Say that again, sorry.
I did not know that.
Yeah, passed today, unfortunately, or yesterday. So, just to go off on another
rest in peace.
On another note, yep. But sorry, bear with me. We're just trying to get someone in.
All right. And obviously, we do have the return of Drive to Survive Season 5, which is out tomorrow, I believe. Well, midnight tonight on Netflix, which is another thing. Do you watch that or not?
I haven't watched it. Yeah, I haven't watched it. Only the clips of the... what's his face? Who is it that had the massive accident?
Grosjean, yeah.
Grosjean, yeah, Romain Grosjean's. Yeah, the clip from that. They do make it a bit Hollywood-esque.
Yeah, well, I do believe that car is being put on display, isn't it? Somewhere, I'm not quite sure where. I did read that it's getting put on display.
Yes. Man, it still blows my mind that he survived that. Just the cars are so strong now.
Yeah, it just looked like a molten mess when they yanked it out and finished, getting rid of all the flames and whatnot. It was pretty, but the structure of it is still intact, apart from obviously the back end of the car.
But the casing, the shell of it is intact.
There's life-saving.
Yeah, you have to give props to Jackie Stewart. I don't know, have you ever read the book from Professor Sid Watkins? Do you remember he was the old medical...
No, I haven't.
The old medical guy. It's well worth a read because, Jackie Stewart was trying to improve driver safety and everything, and people just laughed at him. Yep. It was ridiculous. All that effort he's put in has saved countless lives now.
Well, I did hear Anthony Davidson and Crofter this afternoon. Well, actually, sorry, this morning. They were talking about how the car evolution has just done a massive sort of circle. How we've gone from ground effects back in the 70s to then coming back to ground effects, and they're coming up with the same issues as what they did before. With the porpoising that they had. As we're just about to qualifying, guys, I wonder who's going to be the first one on the track. Could it be you, Simi? I think it was you a couple of weeks ago in the first one out.
No, I think I'll give myself a minute.
Yeah.
Just while I'm with you. I don't
Um,
want to get distracted and cause an issue, so I'll hang fire for now. But if anyone's interested, the book's called Life on the Limit or Life at the Limit from Sid Watkins. It's fascinating because he dealt with the Senna incident and other stuff. Like he was the Formula One medic for 20, 30 years, maybe longer.
wow.
So
That's a long stint, that, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's on Amazon as a Kindle.
Oh, as an
book
ebook.
or something.
Yep.
Yeah, I think you can get it as an ebook. Yeah, it's really worth a read. But
have you got
anyway.
you got endorsements in this or something? Have you? I'm joking.
No, just
free advertisement.
Yeah, I bought the book years ago because
Yeah.
I saw him interviewed and just found it fascinating. So ended up finding the book.
As much as I don't do reading, I might have to give that a quick look at. Actually, Sounds really
I'm
interesting.
not a big book reader, but yeah.
No, I like audiobooks. That's my sort of thing. Not that I just prefer to be told. So if I read it, it goes over my head.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the same as you. Yeah, it really needs to be an audio book.
And my attention span is literally, when it comes to stuff like that, is like 0.
Yeah.
And then I start panicking. Like I was trying to find out a password the other day for a server on ACC, and I started panicking and couldn't find it. Until Ninja calmly came into the situation and said, "Here it is, you idiot." But as we do have V2 and Mitch are out on flying laps, that the AlphaTauri looks stunning this year. I'm not quite sure about the new livery this year with is it all in again? All in that they've gone back to? They did have them previously.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
It's a spot of red in the livery. I'm not a fan personally. I do like the whole dark blue and white. It just does look very good. As we just watch V2 coming round, starting the last sector. Put up the mini-map. It's been caught here by Mitch, which is something that's... you don't really... Oh, he has invalidated, so that's probably why. So he's probably backed off. But it does look like Mitch is the first one to come across line as V2 does dive into the pits.
V2, yeah.
Mitch sets the benchmark of a 106.6. That's fast. That's very fast. And I'm pretty sure that somebody might... It's the 105s, 104s, maybe. We'll probably see the old Cornish pull something out of the bag.
I'm really glad to have Mitch back now.
Oh, yes. Well, we have been having a reshuffle in the Discord, which I'm sure there'll be announcements made at some point as...
Yep.
Hello.
Golden Flame picks up the fastest first sector. Hello, Ninja. He is back. He's here. He is here. He promises.
Sorry, there's probably no good time to butt in there, but yes. Hello.
No. How are you?
Yeah. I'm grand.
Good.
Sorry.
Simi, we will relieve you of your duties. You can get on with qualifying. Thank you very much for covering for Ninja. It's been fantastic to speak to you.
I appreciate that, Simi.
No worries.
Have a good race.
Hopefully you do well on track.
All right.
See
Catch you
you
later, guys.
All right.
Cheers. Bye.
Oh, it's nice to hear from Simi. It's not very often that we get to speak to him in the commentary box now, because obviously he's more to the racing now, isn't he?
Yeah.
So,
But
nice.
It's nice to see him back.
Yeah, I do apologise. I did start the stream up quite early because I thought that we were going to be ready, and we weren't ready.
Oh, we're a bit rubbish with that, aren't we?
I'm not. I'm joking. Yeah, but I think I was just trying to get things moving.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we've both been a bit panicky today.
I've had homework to do. I feel like I've had homework to do, but however, it's my children's homework.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have seen Golden Flame who's put in the fastest lap of a 105.4. I'm guessing that you did a practice lobby sometime this afternoon. I'm guessing we'll be seeing the 104s for qualifying, right?
No, there's no practice or nothing done.
No? Oh.
No, I've been quite busy today.
Yeah.
Stuff. I didn't even get to play any games with Mitch. That's how busy I've been.
Sad times.
Yeah. What was last night? I was on doing time trial, and time trial was around 104.
Yep.
So I expect quali is around the low 105s.
Low 105s, yeah, that's what I suspect.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that we're going to see Cornish footy V2 somewhere up the top 3. We might have a different top 3 today, because we're quite short on numbers today.
Yeah, with no Mikey tonight.
Yeah, he is in Ramsbottom.
Yeah.
Not that you're all going to go stalk him or anything, but that's where he is.
Yeah, and with no Rob, because Rob's off for a boys' weekend, I think he was saying.
Oh, he is. Amsterdam, isn't he?
Yeah, so he's off to Amsterdam, so that's 2 drivers, and then Tom's working. So, and
Tom's
Mans is doing
Mons.
skiing.
Skiing?
Yeah, I think he does cross-country skiing or something like that there. So.
Oh, man, these guys have got some exotic things that they do, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. But we have enough here.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not complaining.
You know, they're showing up, doing a bit of racing around. I'll be honest, this is probably one of my most disliked tracks on the
Oh,
calendar.
no, your hate for Austria does continue, doesn't it?
You know, so hate's a strong word, but it's getting there. I just don't find it exciting.
No?
No. To drive around now, to watch it like this here with the guys driving is a bit more exciting than actually driving it. I don't know. I suppose it's just me. I run out of concentration and just bottle it all the time.
It is a very short track, isn't it? So you haven't got a lot of margin for error.
No, there's just not very many corners, so you kind of get into this little lull where you don't really concentrate on, I suppose, between sectors, the end of Sector 2, start of Sector 3.
Yep.
Because after that there, like once you get past the pit entry, it's basically just straight lines all the way around again.
Yep.
You know, so it kind of reminds me of, was it Bahrain?
Oh, the short Bahrain track. Yeah, where they did the...
Ago.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of that.
The one where George Russell was denied a win, wasn't it? Was it that one, or was that the one after?
Do we stick on our tinfoil hat and say that it was planned not to give the win to George Russell when he was stepping in for Hamilton?
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm not getting involved in controversy. We had enough of that with Dodo last week.
Oh, did we?
Oh, yeah, he called out Max Verstappen, he did.
Oh.
I don't know. No, scary
There we
times. I know, right?
We
How
can't
dare
have
he.
bias in the commentary box, can we?
No. We are, non-biased now.
Yeah, let's go Ferrari. Come on.
You love a bit of Ferrari, don't you?
Yeah. So,
You watched any pre-season testing today?
I actually had it on for most of the day. Well, the evening session, I didn't see much of the morning session. So I just had the evening session on the other monitor and was just keeping an eye on it.
Anything catch
You
your
can't
eye?
really read too much into it, really, but it's nice to see the cars back on track. So
It is. I watched a bit this morning, just before I went to bed.
yeah. Oh, who's that around? Sorry, that is Extinct. Yeah. Sorry, just before we get to that, I think there was an update yesterday.
For the game, yep.
I went on last night onto the time trial and I noticed that some of the curbs are starting to spin cars again.
Oh, interesting.
So I don't know, but I don't know if they've actually changed anything or if it's just, placebo. But I felt that the cars were a bit looser of touching the curbs.
I don't know if I can get my other monitor. 1 second, let me see if I can have a look at the patch notes.
Yeah. Oh, there wasn't anything in them other than, minor fixes.
Oh, was
Which you
it
could
just
come
all
under, the main update was the Alfa Romeo 23 livery being put into the game.
Now that's just the livery, though, isn't it?
It is, but there's also a time trial mode
Right. Okay.
with the new livery, so you can go in and set a time. And if you go to our YouTube channel,
Oh yeah.
you can watch a hot lap of it with it.
So elimination limited time event is now available. Is that this one?
Yeah.
1.6.
Yeah, the Alfa Romeo livery, yeah.
Yeah, it does just seem to be a lot of bug fixes, doesn't it?
Yeah. I think by this stage, the game's been out, 9 months?
Yeah.
You know, it is basically most of the resources gone to the new game, which I'm hoping is can keep this momentum up and get back to like a really top game that F1 2021 was.
They fixed an issue with the time trial. Oh dear, the leaderboard.
Yeah.
Rival avatar. There was some instances of incorrect champion could be crowned. Oh dear. Never had that before.
No.
Various minor fixes here.
Although we don't really do too much with the offline stuff.
No, do you know? I feel like you really should, shouldn't you?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think with so many games out nowadays, because of the whole lull that we've had for a couple of years,
Yep.
a lot of games are just releasing now on top of each other, and it's kind of hard to keep on top of them.
And you're
That's
finding
when
that
you
you're trying to spread your time and between games, and it's difficult, isn't it?
Yeah. Now, where is Mantis going here?
We just had what appears to be Simi pull out in front of Golden Flame as well. Not ideal. However, he did pick up the fastest first sector. I feel like with this track, there is literally thousands of seconds in that first sector, isn't there, sometimes? Everybody sort of has... Okay.
It's all about getting the best exit out of the corner. And carrying so much speed. It really is the Sector 3 where most of the time can be gained or lost.
The last two corners, definitely.
Yeah.
Which, by the
there
way,
isn't too
are
much-
very scary.
There isn't too much issues with this track. It's just the pit lane. The pit lane is awful here.
So me and Simi did mention this before, that the pit lane is pretty awful, and you know that everybody is briefed to stay to the right when they're in the pit, they're going into the pits.
Yeah. I basically told them, make it clear and obvious. I did warn them that if they cause a collision by not doing that, they're getting banned next week. So,
I mean, that's pretty straight out there. I did say to Simi that's well and truly the way to go, isn't it? You will get banned.
yeah. It's an empty threat, though. I'm not going to ban them.
No,
But don't tell them that. It's just it's a design flaw. I feel there's plenty of room around the countryside here. On the outside of this track, where you could definitely make a better pit entry than the one that we have here.
Maybe do a bit of Abu Dhabi style. Wouldn't be interesting.
Going underground, yeah.
You know,
I could
think
see
there's
it.
scope for that to go on the left hand side, under and around.
Yeah.
You know, if you come out of not the last corner, if you go straight on and down and around.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Yeah, you'd have to
Yeah.
just, guys, if anybody at F1's listening, we are here to do some drawings.
Yep.
We'll help you out.
Or you could even make the pit lane entry further to the right. Like, who's coming down here? Who's in the Golf? If you go on board
Next
with
car,
Golf,
yep.
if you start the pit lane entry now on the right,
Yep.
and then...
And wall it off, a bit like Hungary.
Yeah.
Yeah, wall it off. He's gone very wide there, hasn't he?
He has, but he's kept it. Is he on a hot lap?
Yeah.
No, I think that was an out lap. A very slow out lap. Or a very slow hot lap, one of the two. The cars are relatively close. Got a few at the front. Within about 4/10 of each other, and then everyone else more or less in the 106s. I think Polly Ballar and Extinct can definitely bring up a few seconds, especially Extinct.
Well, we'd like to see him somewhere near the top. He was absolutely gutted last week.
Yeah.
You could hear it. I don't know if anybody listened to the post-race interview. He was, not happy. Either with the game or himself or just everything in general. He just sounded like he'd had enough.
Yeah. There we go. Pushes himself into 4th place.
There we go. That's why we want to
This
see.
is quite a strong lineup, but V2 into 2nd there.
Yeah, well,
It's
you've
good
got
back from
4
V2.
drivers, all. Well, sorry, 3 drivers now, all in the 105.5s.
Yeah, that's impressive.
That's almost like esports, like looking, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Polly Ballard really struggling here.
We'll go on board and see where he is on the track. It's just coming down the main straight.
Yeah. No, he's on a 108.
Hard braking to turn 1, but it comes up fast, doesn't it, that corner?
Yeah. Just oversteering a little bit there.
Hmm.
It is, I think, the simple thing about this track is look for the 100-meter boards.
Yep.
And brake at the 100-meter boards. So the first 3 corners, and you'll
simple.
get perfect. So Mantis is out. He's had enough.
Can't bridge the gap to the 105s. It's only a tenth, 2 off.
Yeah.
We'll stick on board with Polybar, see if he can improve. We'll see as he hits the Sector 2 marker board whether he's getting anywhere. He is a tenth up, but there's a car around there. There was a pirouetting of a
that would be
an Alpha Tauri there. It's either V2
or Fenton.
Or Fenton. It was a simple, quick 360, then carry on. Max Verstappen style.
It was V2.
As Polybar didn't
improve.
It was 2 tenths off his fastest lap.
Yeah. Well, V2 is on a hot lap now. I wonder is those tyres shredded a bit with that spin though.
So it was V2 that did a bit of pirouetting.
He's down by 0.085 in the first sector, but he might get a slipstream here off Polly Ballar.
He is just trying to creep into the slipstream, hoping Polybar does get out of his way, but it doesn't look like it's going to.
Well, I think Polly's pushing for a double push, so he's still in a hot lap as well.
So he is entitled to stay where he is, really, isn't it? I know the rules and regulations of F1's a bit different to GT cars, but he's entitled to be there.
Yeah. If he's in a hot lap too, which he seems to be, and I think V2 is just realising that, holding off a bit. Oh, he's not, is he? Oh.
And oh dear, does decide to pit, so there might be a bit of a Stewart's calling for that.
Might have been abandoned late in the lap when he got to Sector 2 and noticed that he was still down, so...
That cost V2 2.5 seconds there.
Yeah.
And he's invalidated in the first corner. He will not be happy with that.
No. Footy is invalidated as well, so he's not going to improve. And he's not going to get around in time.
And it doesn't look like Golden Flame's going to manage to get around either.
No, I think these guys have really mistimed this.
He's in the pits. The only person that can potentially improve is Cornish. Can he get himself into the top 3? At least he needs a better result than he did last week as he comes around the last corner. And hits the line, does get himself into P2 with the 105.499. That just gets into the low 105s.
A very solid effort. Jack would be the next one on the track. As he's approaching Sector 3 now.
He is just about to cross the Sector 2 line. Let's see what he is looking like. He is 8 thousandths of a second down on his time. But like you said before, it is lost and won in the last sector, really, isn't it?
Yeah, good final sector, carries much speed. Oh, he's
No,
too much curb.
They did roll that first curb, didn't he? I think it just offset the car. Not what he needed there. So that is the end of qualifying.
A very quick qualifying as well, it seemed.
I've only managed to go through half a box of Maltesers in that time.
Lovely.
I know. Right then, we'll just run through the order really quickly then. With a pole position for Mr. Golden Flame, with a 105.2, followed by Cornish and V2 in P3. Footy, Extinct, Cornish, Fenton, Simi, Jack and Mitch all round up the top 10 with Golf and Polybar are the last 2 drivers on the circuit. Are you a bit gutted not to be racing?
A little bit.
Yeah?
But at the same time, it's been a while since I've been here with you, so...
I did miss you last week, even though the step-in was absolutely phenomenal. Mr. Dodo is by far a very good commentator, better than me.
He's very knowledgeable with his F1.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we're not, however. I have not noticed all the engineers standing there in a weird position before.
No, I think that's new.
That's his
They've all come out and say, "Look at our uniforms."
But they stood very, very close together. There's two.
Yeah, they've gone for the Titanic pose.
One would say almost merged.
Yeah,
I was going to say something else then, but I thought I'd refrain myself.
they are cloning.
Yeah. That's interesting. That Codemasters, thank you very much. That's made a talking point.
Yeah. I don't know what that medical term is when they split. Is it mitosis or something like that?
Mm-hmm. As we just go around for a formation lap.
Yeah. Let's get some of our details up, like lap data and
Oh yes, thank you very much. I shall do that now.
what
Got the
tires
track.
are they on? Hards and mediums. Very mixed grid.
So we do have Golden Flame, Extinct, Cornish Mantis, Fenton, and Jack all elected to use the hard compound tyre. With Cornish, V2, Footy, Simit, Mitch, Golf, and Polybar hoping to get that extra little bit of grip to push them up the field at the first couple of laps, maybe.
Definitely.
I'll have a lap day truck. So, actually, no, I don't want a lap day truck. So, one to look out for then? Who do you feel can push their way to a win here?
You can't discount Cornish. I think V2, with that speed that he's got, third place. He has been working on his consistency. If he can hold his consistency tonight, I think he might be in within a shout.
But as of late, Cornish has been struggling. He's not been the Cornish of old, has he?
No. But I feel maybe it might be one of those things where it isn't Cornish struggling, it's the people around him have improved. You know,
Well, there is that. You know, me and just as a lineup, me and Golf did a couple of races over the weekend on ACC, and after a couple of races, we were, trading blows, trading lap times. So here we go. Jack is way off his marks there.
Yeah, as is Mitch, so they both missed their little...
The boxes we've got
driving.
2, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5. And we're away, and we've got some racing, and it looks like Golden Flame has got a great start, and V2's putting Cornish under pressure, but it looks like they're not going to go 3 wide into turn 1, and we will see Cornish take the inside line. But Golden Flame gets a fantastic exit out of turn 1.
Yeah, Polly Ballar struggling there. So is Simi. Is Simi got damage?
Not quite sure what's going on in the back. However, Cornish and Golden Flame are still side by side going into turn 3. As they shoot down the hill, and Cornish is trying to get as much of a slipstream as he possibly can. It looks like they're running quite similar setups here. At these two, as Extinct's made a move on V2 as well, and Cornish and Footy, Cornish Manton and Footy are trading places as well, and Cornish has used them softer tyre advantage to his benefit, and he is in the lead of the Grand Prix so far.
Yeah, no, this is normally one of those things where you want to start on the harder tyre, or on the softer tyre, and then, start on the harder tyre, finish on the softer tyre, so you're very quick at the end. That's normally what they go for in the one stop, but it seems Cornish has got all their ideas, and it's probably the right choice. Oh, as Footy loses it.
As Footy is around,
and that's him to
on the main
back
straight.
Grid. He'll not lose too much time, hopefully, but that's unfortunate for Footy, just out of the final corner.
Well, that is the joys of this track, really, isn't it? You're not going to lose too much time. However, what you do not want to be doing is allowing to be lapped, because that's when you're in trouble.
Yeah, exactly. So he should be able to catch back up. Now, this track does have a high safety car rating. Because if you do crash, there's not really much runoff areas in some places, so...
Late on the brakes there from Cornish is really, really trying to eke out the gap to Golden Flame, though.
He needs another few tenths here before the DRS. Golden Flame did have a bit of oversteer, and that's lost him 6 tenths. So Cornish has escaped the DRS, which will be activated this lap, I think.
And V2 and Extinct are all over the gearbox. So the last Martin is Extinct round, and unfortunately he's collected V2 in the process of that as well. That is just slightly unfortunate there.
That's very unfortunate. Hopefully there's not too much damage there, but yeah, there was nothing V2 could do with that. And that's a very late dive there from Simi up the inside.
Oh, it's having to be pushed off onto the grass there as Simi is going to go up the inside. Is he going to late on the brakes into turn 2? He is later, but he's not great, so he hits the curb and nearly collects V2 again.
Yeah, Simi quite aggressive. But it's fair racing. There was no contact there, so
it seems to have since he lost a few places in one of there. He's just lost a place now to Extinct as well.
Yeah. That's very unfortunate for V2, but it does mean that Jack, Lance, and Mitch can make a few places up. Mitch running well here now in 4th.
Just go on board with Mitch, actually. I don't think we've spoken much with the return of our admin.
Senior admin?
Senior admin. Have we given him a
Junior
new title
admin?
as well?
I don't know. He's just there with us now.
He is.
He's just there.
I did say just before you come in with Simi that we have had a quick reshuffle.
Yeah.
We haven't announced anything or who's doing what, because really it's
there's a little bit of announcement in the Discord.
There is.
Yeah. So,
he's come on board to help us, hasn't he?
Yeah. Keep us in line before we get some mad ideas. But, there's a big fighting down the back here with Golf, Simi, Polly Balar. I'm not sure what that is. Did Simi make a mistake there? No, he has let Golf straight back again. So, did Simi make a mistake? Maybe cause the collision?
He must have done, yeah. It is allowed Polybalar and Golf to slip through up into the top 10 there.
Yeah. I was wondering why Footy was so far back, but he has actually stopped.
There's a 3-second penalty there for Golden Flame, so it looks like he is trying his best to catch up. However, he's under pressure now a bit from Cornish Mantis.
Yeah. And Simi does get past Golf again. Golf struggling a little bit here.
Maybe it's not his track.
Yeah.
As we've got a bit of a battle here between Fenton, Jack, Extinct, and V2 is now caught up to the back, as it looks like there's an Aston Martin trying to go round the inside.
Yeah, that is Extinct. This is the part where we get now where it's just DRS trains.
It is. And as Golf pits for 3-second penalty for corner cutting.
Yeah.
So a fellow racer of mine, a friend, said that there's a good thing about Austria. If you can stick within 1 second the whole race of the person in front, and you are consistently sort of quicker and you know you've got time to press, you can just sit behind, save the tyres, save the fuel, save the ARS, because it's not really ARS dependent, this track.
No, it's one of those where we do get a lot of trains.
You can sit behind, and then on the last lap, you just breeze past them.
Yeah. And that's where your racecraft will come into it. And you'll notice that with some of the drivers with better racecraft will not be as aggressive when they don't need to be.
No, and it does look like Fenton has pulled out a 1-second gap. It might be because Jack is under pressure from Extinct. I think we might see a move up the hill here into turn 2 as up the inside goes Extinct. And it does. That's a nice move, that, isn't it? The cars do look good when they make that switch. As V2 is closely following this, is going to drop down the hill to turn 3. Can he get on the bandwagon of overtakes? He can.
He can.
Not going to make sure it's going to push him wide. Does he get the better exit? He does, with the better traction out the corner.
Yeah, that move by Extinct really compromised Jack's exit.
Yeah.
And V2 pounced on that. So it was a good move by V2. Set him up and
6th and 7th for our fellow Indian and Portuguese?
Yeah, Portuguese, yeah.
Portuguese.
So good racing. Good clean racing, which we like to see.
On to the next one for Extinct. Fenton to hunt down now. He has taken a whole second out of him already.
Yeah. Extinct kicking himself for that spin on the final corner. He's definitely got the speed.
Oh, it is lethal. He is the man to watch most of the times.
Yeah. This should be straightforward.
Should be a DRS, ERS assisted there. He's using a lot of everything. Around the outside, doesn't usually go well, but unfortunately Fenton had a torrid exit, but does seem to pick up the speed a little bit better. I think a bit of nerves kicking in there from Extinct. Didn't want to hit into Fenton. He's just not very aware with this track, with it being so short and narrow, the track. Not quite sure where everybody is.
Yeah, he's Extinct got up onto the curb.
Yeah.
And onto the sausage curb, and there's no grip out there, so he didn't get a good exit either. And while they're battling, this means that Mitch can pull out the gap.
It does. He looks like he's sitting pretty in fourth. However, I've got a feeling he's going to be under pressure because V2 is now over the back of Extinct as well. It looks like these two are just going to try and carve through the pack as best they can together.
Yeah. Right, Jack just needs to hold on to this pack.
A little look there from Extinct, but thinks wiser of it. And Fenton, not really much defensive manoeuvre there. Didn't really need to. He knew that Extinct wasn't going to make a dive up into turn one.
Yeah.
As we've got the DRS open on V2 and Extinct. And there's another around the outside move for Extinct. Can he stay off that curb? Oh, a bit of a nudge there. But I think a bit wide there from Fenton. He's tried to cut back in front of him. He does lose the position to V2 and still side by side with Extinct.
Yeah. Would be curious
very
now
close,
if
these
Fenton had to give that position back. Because he did overtake off the track.
Yeah.
Normally the game will tell you to give the position back, so... but yeah, I think he just outbraked himself a little bit there and ended up where Extinct didn't know where to go, and hopefully again that Extinct doesn't have any damage. Because it's very unfortunate when you pick up damage for something that isn't your fault.
Yeah, it did just look like a slight tap. It wasn't anything malicious or aggressive.
No,
it was just cut in front of it. Yeah. But there'll be frustration. There will be frustration. Even though it is just a simple tap.
Yeah.
We can see that Extinct is chasing V2 down. He's going to go around the outside. It's his favoured way to go is around the outside into turn 2. Up the hill, he's got the move done before he even gets to the corner.
Yeah, good driving from two very good drivers.
It is, isn't it?
V2 will have DRS once again, and maybe this is a bit where Extinct needs to be patient and wait for this straight to go for the overtake.
Maybe, yeah, but he does just fend him off.
He does, so he should be able to pull out a little bit here now. Because it's very difficult to follow someone through this section.
A 5-second penalty for Footy for speeding in the pit lane. He's in the pits again.
So I'm guessing he's going to put it on the hard tyres?
I don't know.
Or has he swapped to mediums again?
I'll jump down to him. I think he might have put the mediums on.
Mediums, 26 laps on the mediums? It
is medium set of tyres there. He was in the box for a while. I wonder if he's had a spin.
It's possible.
As it looks like Cornish Mantis, who was putting a bit of pressure on Mr. Golden Flame, has managed to get past him.
Yeah, he's been passing by for a few laps.
Oh. Could have told me.
Oh, I noticed it a few laps ago, but I think it was the battle behind it was more important.
There's the yellow flags in Sector 1. It looks like an Alfa Romeo. It is. Golf. It's Golf is around at turn 1. Catching people out of that.
Was there a touch? I think Simi was a second and a half behind, so I think that was just a mistake by Golf. But Polly Bilar keeping with Simi as well. A nice little battle down at the back of the grid as well, which is nice.
It's Polly Bilar with a bit of a disappointing qualifying, making a bit of a name for himself in the race.
Yeah.
I don't like qualifying, to be fair. I prefer racing.
Yeah, well, the race is never won during quali anyway, so it's always the Sunday when you need to show up.
As Golden Flame managed to catch the back of Mantis again, but he's losing time on what seems to be corner exiting. Really, really struggling on them hard tyres.
Yeah.
But it looks like a bit of DRS move up the inside on Cornish Mantis. Can they keep it clean? I think there was a little bit of a nudge there just to say I am here. But Cornish Mantis with a better exit. DRS again for Golden Flame, who's changed his name.
He has. ERO Golden,
ERO.
so has...
Oh,
no!
no, he's around. He's around, he's going to reverse on track. That's not clear and not in the best place, but luckily for him, everybody's on that left-hand side, so...
Yeah. It's okay, but he is going to have dirty tyres here, and hopefully he doesn't get caught out too much.
Well, there's a bit of blocking there on Fenton. Nothing malicious in that again, but Fenton is going to go around the inside. That is another great sector, I think.
Yeah.
The end of Sector 1 into Sector 2. Sorry, end of Sector 2 into Sector 3. It is a great couple of corners.
Yeah.
As must be damage on the car for Golden Flame, so he's decided to get rid of whatever he had.
Yeah. Right, get her slowed down, don't pick up a penalty.
Yeah, he does manage to do that. We'll stay on board to see if he does get damaged. If there's a front wing change, 3-second penalty there for multiple warnings for V2. There is a front wing change, so there must have been a minor damage on the front of that car.
Yeah, definitely with the front wing, yeah. Now this will bring Footy back in, hopefully.
Oh, Polybilar's picked up a couple of places as well there. Another one up into P9.
Oh no, Footy's way too far back. Footy having lots of issues?
I think he's been lapped by the first two cars as well.
Yeah. It's not Footy's night tonight, unfortunately.
No, and we know that Footy does... we all have these days.
Yeah.
But Footy seems to have the most of these days, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Him and Cornish Mantis don't our struggle sometimes. Unintentional, though.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think it's one of those things where he's just going to need to put in some more game time, and hopefully we can get him doing that soon with the esports side of things that we announced a few weeks ago.
It's interesting, all this, isn't it? It is coming to shape.
Yeah,
As
so
we do have all our drivers raring and ready to go for the different disciplines.
little bit of excitement.
I'm sure it will be over the coming weeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
Fenton
careful.
hits, jumps on top of that curve. It's not the curve that you want to be hopping over, really.
No.
It's very high.
And he is on his new wheel.
He is on his new wheel. Did it arrive?
Yeah, it arrived today, so he got a new base and all, so...
Even though it's exactly the same as the old one he had.
Yeah, but hopefully this one's actually working properly, so... and it doesn't cut out on him. And he seems to be going quite well here with his teammate. Now, hopefully they're communicating and they don't come into the pit at the same time.
I would buy the his base off him, but with the troubles that it's had, it's probably not the best start to be having, is it?
No, but it might be a simple fix.
Might be. I think he's just not wanting to do that, is he? He's gone for safety over headache.
Yeah. Mitch coming under a bit of pressure here now from Extinct.
He is, yeah.
Extinct, nice undercut there. But Mitch got a really good exit.
Yes, but they're dropping down the hill. It does look like this is going to be done before the corner. It is. Oh, a bit of late braking there from Mitch. It's still on them softer tyres.
He is, and I think this might be the stage where we're starting to see the mediums going off.
Yep, definitely.
And we could probably see a pit stop coming up very soon. Few little battles all over the place, as Footy is getting lapped now by Cornish Mantis.
And Golden Flame has just got past two cars in the space of the seconds.
Yeah, that DRS power. He lost a lot of time now in the pit lane. But Simi's
stuck in no man's line. I was just about to say that. It's 11 up and 8 behind.
Golf, but with Golf having the spin. And Jack has lost the back of Fenton.
Yeah, Jack's another one, needs a bit of a confidence boost. I know he felt like he was a bit robbed on Tuesday's ACC race. I didn't attend, but it felt like he was a bit robbed of a position.
It's the nature of racing, you know. It's unfortunately when cars spin on track, you have to be aware that they're spinning and adjust your speed and adjust your car and be prepared for anything. it was just very unfortunate that V2 had spun on Lesmo 2.
Yep.
And it's a blind corner when you come around it, so just very unfortunate.
Racing incidents.
Yeah.
As we have Mitch in the pits to serve his mandatory pit stop.
Didn't get speeding. That's good. Is V2 and Lance are going to stay out? Are they both on the hards though?
No, one's on the hards, one's on the mediums. V2's on the mediums.
Yeah, so they'll not have to worry about coming into the pit at the same time then.
No, so this is probably why Fenton's keeping up with V2 with the his tyres will be a lot fresher.
Yeah. As Mitch does get out just ahead of Simi. So Simi's got a new friend for a few laps before Simi will have to pit himself.
Indeed. Hello, Dodo in chat. Yeah, we only have 12 today. A few absentees, but racing must go on.
Yeah. Well, it's easy points for the drivers that have shown up.
Definitely. People have things to do as well, don't they?
It is. Everyone's busy. It's a busy time of the year.
Oh, don't we say that about Christmas and that was over?
Yeah. I think that's is it now. Everyone's got over January, and it's like, oh yeah, it's back to real life stuff now.
That was, well, B2 dives into the pits. That does release Fenton. I was just talking to my children this afternoon. Spring's coming. And then my daughter was like, oh no, let's not talk about that. And there's like, oh, then summer. Oh no, that's too far away.
Oh, life. It's just flying in. So V2 does have a wing change.
Does, so he must have picked up a bit of damage in the little nudge.
Yeah, now where's this going to bring him out? Just in front of Golf.
Interesting. Just to let you know that Dodo is taking notes, so from your commentary.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you might want to burn that after. So
we're missing the deep dive analysis of Dodo in here. I think that's what we need.
Yeah. Look at the way that wing's shaped.
His F2 knowledge is phenomenal as well. I have to say, his overall single-seater knowledge of F1 and F2 is pretty outstanding.
Yeah, it's F2 is very undervalued, I feel. I think it's a brilliant little series. A lot closer racing. And even in real life, I think there's a lot less ego in F2. And I think a lot of the drivers are a bit friendlier to each other.
Yeah, I think that's it. There's a lot less... No, there's not... There is a lot of pressure, because the pressure is to get into F1, isn't it, really? But
yeah,
there's not as much when the cars are so even.
Yeah.
You know, you remove the money base away from the sport and give them a car and say, right, you must adhere to everything here. It's just about the drivers, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when you're all in the same machinery, you've all got to have that respect for each other.
Yep. And I think it's next year they get the new versions of F2.
Oh. Is this the
nice.
F1 concept that's moving down to F2?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So that'll be nice to see. Cornish has pitted.
He has, yeah.
He's come out in third. Lance just behind him, but yeah, even on those hard tires, like Lance will be falling back.
So will they be running ground effects, or is that something that will be missed?
Well, F2 cars are already really low to the ground anyway.
Oh, really? I thought they were quite high.
You know, and I just think there won't be too much a difference between them.
Well, let's ask Dodo. What is the average height, millimetres-wise, from the ground to the floor on an F2 car? There was a big debate this morning with Anthony Davidson and Crofty with the 12mm difference, or 15mm difference.
Yeah, that was brought in for the purposing, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
To limit it, but it seems that some pre-season footage, the Mercedes maybe still struggling a little bit.
It looks like it's hopping on the curbs.
Yeah.
Sorry, not the curbs, the bumps. The bumps on the track. Bahrain is it's an oldish track now, isn't it? So I don't think it's been resurfaced much.
No.
But they found a bump in turn 10 And
Yes,
it was
I think
launching
you're
the
talking about
cars.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Alfa Romeo struggling. That was wasn't a hopping over that.
Yeah. Because I think there is a few circuits going to get resurfaced this year.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember all of them, but I know Baku is one of them. It's getting a full resurface.
Oh, interesting.
As well as Jeddah.
Really?
Yeah, and Jeddah's getting some of their corners pulled back a bit, so there's more line of sight coming into corners.
Right.
So
Yeah,
there are not as many blind corners in them.
it is borderline scary, isn't it? It's terrifying, Jeddah, sometimes.
Do you know, when Jeddah was first announced, it was like, this looks a really boring track. It's just doesn't look exciting at all. It's just walls everywhere. But the racing has actually been really, really good at it.
It has, and from what I can see, when I've obviously never driven the actual track itself, but on the sim, it's terrifying.
It is.
The corners come at you
It's a good
so
terrifying, you know.
Oh,
it
yeah.
really pumps the adrenaline. That's Extinct and Mantis both in the pit, and this releases Cornish back into first. He's going to have a massive gap up ahead now. Because Mantis is just coming out. He's going to come out behind... Who's that?
Mantis
Fenton.
is Fenton, yep.
But Fenton hasn't stopped yet, so...
Hasn't. Insider knowledge, Dodo says that the F2 cars do generate some good ground effects.
There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I don't think that'll be too much different.
No, but I'm guessing it'd be like the winglets, the
Nice rounded rear wing.
Yeah.
I really do like this new rounder rear wing.
And to be fair, I like the front wings where it's less, all the bits and bobs that are on them and more just the front wing.
Yeah, more simplified. Although I do feel like some of the cars are trying to, or some of the teams
Manipulating
trying to get
it.
away with it with their connections between the plates.
Haven't there been talks about the Ferrari?
Yes. So there's something about the way you
air
connect
vent.
all the plates,
Yep.
because it has to be one solid connection.
Yep.
So what they've done is they've extended it upwards and shaped it so it's actually moving the air. So it's basically bringing back what they had on the old wings,
Right.
but still within regulation.
Oh, sneaky.
Yeah.
And then they've got the new, was it the new S duct or whatever? They haven't
S-duct,
patented it.
I'm wondering what's going to come out of that. I think it is. I think it's genius, but it's like, is it too genius?
Is it two-step in the naughty direction?
Yeah. Where it's like, yes, it's not against regulations, but it's against, it's not very
Is it
sportsmanship.
sporting code, isn't it? Yeah, that they've got
Yeah.
that removed. Was it McLaren's F duct and Mercedes' whatever they had as well?
The DAS. I thought DAS was brilliant. And I think that's something that's been missing with Formula One. Maybe in the past 2 decades or so, like the 70s and 80s had so much innovation in the cars.
Yeah.
As Fenton does finally come into the pits.
And Golden Flows picked up another 3 seconds as Mitch was we're creeping up near him then.
Yeah, Mitch is right on the back of him, so if he can stay with him, this will be another place for Mitch. As Extinct does set the fastest lap.
There was comments this morning about Aston Martin being a bit of a dark horse.
They were talk about it. They came second. Alonso was second in the timings.
Well, they've dropped the front end of that car down, haven't they? The front nose was sitting really high last year. Well, this year's car that we're seeing now. But they've dropped it down to a more natural looking car now.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I think I don't know who the engineer, like the main engineer, is at Aston Martin, but they seem to be coming up with some nice little innovations. Because it wasn't that them last year had the wing that was like really low, because they read the regulations where it has to be a continuous line,
Right.
and they made it so that it was like the line was like really, really thick, so they were able to curve it more to get more. I think it was a Baku.
I didn't know that.
So it followed, it's like, yes, it's one continuous line, but because we made it so thick, we can get past making it like less round kind of thing.
Okay. Did not know that.
Yeah. I'm not actually sure if they ran it in the race, but they definitely had it for practice.
I do know that one of their engineers is somebody that's followed Fernando Alonso pretty much everywhere.
Yeah. That's a lot of knowledge coming to the team as well with Alonso.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. As F2 gets past Mitch. Mitch hasn't pitted, has he? No, he has.
No.
Everyone has pitted.
Yes, he has, yeah.
Footy stopped twice. No, Footy is back up into 10th. Unfortunately, still outside the points.
Points here to 8th, I believe.
Yeah, the top 8. We're going old school.
How
long ago was the top 8?
Oh, a minute.
Must be about
90s?
15 years ago. Because it was top 6 then. I think they went to top 8 and then top 10.
Yep. I think we should make it like kids' football where everybody gets a point.
Everyone gets a point.
No score is kept. No place is counted. Well, we have a bit. Everybody's found a gap at the moment.
Yeah, there's not really many battles going on. Like Mitch and V2's stuck together here. Lance, I feel, has stayed out too long and lost a lot of time. Because he was with V2 before they pit it. And now he's a good 7 seconds behind.
He is, however, catching quite quickly up to Mitch, and I think Mitch is probably where he wants to be, isn't he?
Yeah. I suppose they are on different tyres now. What tyres are they on?
Medium and...
Yeah, Fenton's on
hard.
those mediums, so he's got 11 laps to pull in 6 seconds, so he's looking half a second a lap.
Which I think is what he's doing.
Yeah. So this is one reason why I love Formula 1. Yes, we get this lull in the middle, but come the last 3 or 4 laps, that's when it all kicks off.
And that's something like the GT series, the GR3s and everything, really struggle with.
Yeah.
As we run ACC on a Tuesday, you get a gap, you've lost that gap.
Yeah. Basically.
There's no way you're going to catch it. Unless you are like a rocket, you're pretty much destined to finish where you are.
Yeah. Definitely. There's just so much more technicalities in F1, a lot more strategy, getting things right. I'd love them to bring back fuel. I think fuel was one of the best things for F1, and I know the big safety concerns for taking it out, and I agree 100% with them.
Yep.
But fuel strategies really change things as well. Like running a light car at the start, build a gap, and then spend a little bit more time refueling in the pit. It's definitely changed things up. But at the minute, it's just tires.
These cars allow for weight to make a massive difference, don't they? Where you look at a lot of other series, weight doesn't mean like tenths, it means thousands. Where here it is a tenth a lap, a tenth a corner. It's a lot, is a weight.
Yeah.
What was it saying? A kilogram is like a tenth a lap or something?
Yeah, and I think that's why we've got a lot of cars this season running with no paint.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that Mercedes have stripped. What did this? Something like 20 kilos just by removing the paint.
Is a lot.
Yeah,
that's a lot. I can't remember what car was struggling last season. Was it the McLaren?
No, McLaren was because of the brake ducts.
No, I mean for weight. There was a car struggling for weight last season, but I'm not sure what car it was.
I know that Mercedes were definitely struggling with weight.
Yeah,
last season,
which is very strange considering their side pod design.
But they had to have so much. They had to have so much structural integrity to keep that rigid.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Because you start bringing the floor has to be a certain size, and you start bringing in the rest of the car. What's holding onto the floor?
True, that is true. I know we did see a lot of struts towards the end of the season for the changes as well. That was something that we noticed earlier with the Ferrari and the practice. Oh, yellow flags. That is Footy. Footy is really struggling here today.
He has just literally just lost the rear end of that, hasn't he? To allow Simi to get through up into the top 10.
Yeah, and Golf gets past them as well. So unfortunate for Footy, and it is going to be another pit stop. And could we see a retirement here?
Has the man had enough? Just utter frustration. And he picks up the fight. Yeah, I mean, I think this is a bit of a slam dunk, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he has retired there. So Footy, it's understandable. You know, it's quite frustrating to be running down at the back of the grid like that.
When it's not your day, it's not your day. As Fenton has got himself down to 3.9 now on Mitch. So he's closed up that gap very quickly.
Yeah. Just looking at these penalties as well. V2, only half a second here now between him and Golden.
Indeed.
But Golden does have 6 seconds, I suppose. V2's 3. So does V2 stay behind him? I don't think he does. I think V2 likes to race.
He does.
Which we like to see.
Fair racer is V2.
Yeah. No, as long as they can keep it clean. As we do have Cornish around. Cornish.
We do. That's allowed Extinct and Cornish Mantis up into P1.
That's a rare mistake there from Cornish. Did he take too much curb? It seems he has. And I wonder, did that stop? No, Gold must have got past V2 again down that other DRS street.
Yeah, they're still very close. As they come, just going to turn 1 now, as Golden Flame is trying to avoid giving V2 the slipstream, but V2 was not interested in that slipstream whatsoever.
No, as they came out of the final quarter, Golden straight away over to the right-hand side and going straight away defensive. And V2 was like, I'm just going to keep going straight. I'll let you come back.
Which he's sort of done again, going up the hill up to turn 2. He sort of just used the DRS and the ERS and ignored the fact that you can sit behind the cars for a couple of seconds.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to compromise his line. Maybe he's thinking if he goes over behind, Golden can go back and defend his line and get a better exit. So he's forcing Golden to stay to the right-hand side and have a bad exit, which has worked out here because he's made 6/10 on him already by forcing him into that worst line out. Worst line? What would be the English? The on better line. I don't know.
Your second sounded even worse than the first.
Yeah. So, further down here, it's like Lance just dropping off there. He's still 2 seconds to make up in 5 seconds. Can he, or 5 laps? Can he do it?
I think he can. I think this is going to be close. I think this is going to be a last couple of laps sort of attempt to get past Mitch. Mitch, we know that is very good on the brakes. It'll be a difficult pass.
He is. I think he's went to the school of AJ for defending as well.
Oh, please stop it.
So, not parking it in the middle of the track.
Oh, a bit of a wiggle there for Benson coming out on the exit. Bit of traction. I think he just lost the rear end slightly.
Yeah. Just getting back there before Cornish spun. We were talking about the F1 car.
Yep.
Did you notice the Ferrari having the issue with the front nose?
I'm not going to lie, I didn't see one Ferrari on track when I was watching it. Sainz had already posted a lap and then boxed. Oh, there's yellow flags again in Sector 1.
That was Extinct having issues.
Oh.
So this has pushed Cornish back. Yeah, Cornish could be within a shot. He's definitely within that because of the penalties now.
And Golden Flame has now creeped back up within 6/10 on V2 as well. He's not letting him have it easy, is he?
No.
And I reckon next time round, Fenton will be within a second.
Yeah, definitely. He's almost there.
Mm.
Good exit here. Will get him into the DRS zone at the end of the street.
And it does just... I didn't see Ferrari's issue. Like I said, Sainz had posted a lap and was sitting back having a cup of tea. When I started watching it.
Basically, the front nose started to cave in.
Really?
So it had like a little dimple on the front of it. Now, Ferrari have said that it's not supposed to do that. So I think it is all this weight saving because basically the front nose, all that's there is carbon fiber. Because the main actual crash structure is further back.
Yeah, it's near the it's just before the pedals.
Yeah. So it's basically all hollow in that front wing. So they're going to have to do something like maybe add a little strut or something. Because I can't imagine having a little dimple in your front wing is going to help the aerodynamics of the car. Especially with the F1 cars being so sensitive to it.
So they were running so little carbon fibre on the front of that car that it pushed a dimple into the car.
They think that the main structure on it is on the sides, and then it's just like a carbon fibre over the top.
Wow.
So it is actually...
Benton's going to go around the outside on Mitch. Oh, there's contact.
A little bit of contact.
A lot of contact. There wasn't a little bit of contact. It was a full-on T-bone there, and I don't know. I think Fenton had the line there.
I'm sure we'll get a little notification popping up after the race.
Yeah, we don't want to see these admin guys getting into little tussles, do we?
No,
it's not what we
Cornish
need.
all over the back of Extinct right now.
Well, we'll jump on board with that now because we've got 2 laps to go.
Yeah, this should be a straightforward overtake for Cornish. On the better tyres, is he?
Hard tyres for Cornish, medium tyres for Extinct.
I think those mediums are going off, and Cornish is basically running fresh mediums now, basically. That's what I feel.
As he just seems to
bad
on
exit. That's very poor exit.
Lost a lot of time on exit there. Well, he's got 2 laps to get past Extinct. I know that Extinct have been trying so hard to keep him at bay. As we are going to see Benton up the hill. Does he have enough? Nope.
Oh, poor exit throw from Mitch.
It does. It's going to be a dive up the inside from Fenton as a bit of a almost teasing each other.
Bit of a late defensive move there from Mitch, but I think this is the case where it's like it's time to give up.
And there's yellow flags. There is an Aston Martin around. Is that Golden Flame? He is.
Golden is around, and he's dropping
peculiar place there.
So he's gone basically where Bottas went off. Oh, he's gone back on the power too quick. And he might lose another time to Jack.
Oh, it's heating them rear tyres up. Do you not want to be doing too much of that as Jack's going to come round? Jack does get himself up into the... now more points because what he needs.
I can imagine he is slamming that steering wheel right now.
And Cornish has managed to get past Extinct as well whilst we were watching Golden get round.
And Mitch still within that DRS zone with a lap and a half to go. As long as he doesn't push too hard and actually has a little bit of patience, set him up for the final lap.
Alfa Romeo around.
That is...
Golf.
Golf, yes. Very unfortunate for Golf. Simi has got past Golden as well, so Simi up into the points. Oh, Golden has pitted. So is he going for fastest lap?
I think he's a lap too late.
No, he'll still technically be on lap 35.
You sure?
Yeah. Because Cornish is in the final lap now. Oh, but because he's been lapped?
Has he been lapped? I don't think he's been lapped, has he? No,
yeah,
nobody's been lapped.
Cornish is right in front of him. Mantis is right
we
in
should
front
know
of him.
this is... Oh, really?
Yeah, so when Mantis crosses the line now, Golden will be the first one to finish. So he didn't get out in time. If he'd have got out in time, he could do the final lap to go for the fastest lap.
Push like Billy on now to get past.
Yeah, and he will be ghosted, so he might be able to get past him. But no, I don't think he is going to be able to. And
he needs a perfect 2 last corners to get back in. I don't think he's going to have it.
No. He's definitely pushing it. No, that's very unfortunate, but Mantis is going to win this race.
Does then, picks up his first win of the season, a 9-second gap to Cornish as well, as they just crossed the line. He does manage to fend off Extinct, who did have the penalty anyway. We'll just wait for V2 as he comes around the last 2 corners. There's yellow flags, there's a white car around. Is that a Haas?
That is Polly Ballar in the Haas, or is it Jack? That might be Jack. I don't know. We're just seeing V2 cross the line, and Lance
followed
is going to come through
Mitch as well. Yeah, Mitch and Benton do cross the line, and
Jack.
It wasn't Jack. It was.
No, it was Polly Ballar.
It was Polly Ballar. Thank goodness for that, because Jack does need a bit of a breather.
Yeah. So Jack, we'll bring it across the line in 7th. Simi to bring it home in 8th, and then we've got Golden, Golf, and Polly Ballar for the final 3.
Who have already finished.
Yeah.
And there we go. Simi, cross the line in P8. That's just what he needed, I think, a point.
Ooh. We have a Michael in chat. Hi, Mikey.
Mikey?
Yeah.
Hello,
AJ. Just having dinner.
Oh, hello. In that chat, right? Okay, got you. I thought you meant in the Discord chat. No, just having dinner. He is out with friends. Clive and Anne. Hello. He's having wonderful dinner. I'm sure it will be. A couple of drinks, beverages. Beverages, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just see the champagne for Cornish Mantis, who picks up first win of the season. And we'll just run through your top 3 of Cornish Mantis, Cornish, and Extinct. With V2, I'd be very disappointed to miss out on a podium. He could have been there. Followed by Fenton, Mitch, Jack, Simi round up the point scoring positions with Golden Flame disappointing from 1st to 9th, Golf Maniac in 10th, Polybalar, and our only DNF of Butty. Wow. End of what has been a fantastic race. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear from 3 lads in the podium positions.
Hopefully.
As I'm going to turn off my PlayStation, as you do.
As you do, yes.
Move over to our just chatting. Save on that old electricity around here now, don't you?
Yeah, you got to do that. Exactly. All right, let's jump into the podium then.
We shall. There we go.
There we go. Hello, Mr. Cornish.
Good evening, gentlemen.
You sound very chipper there.
I'm not. I bottled it.
Oh.
I bottled it.
Well, we are going to wait for the big man himself, because this is a big moment, this.
It's a Cornish one too. We'll take that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We'll take that.
There must be something in the Cornish water.
Well,
there is a lot of fluoride. Trust.
It's a good job they changed his name back, isn't it, really?
Yeah, because he did have a different name there for a little bit.
Oh, that was what. Yeah, his main account got like a 30-day ban, so he had to make a secondary account. So he went from Cornish Mantis to the Mantis, and now he's good. He's good again until he gets another 30-day ban for being himself.
Ban.
Oh yeah.
Is that saying naughty words?
I think he just called somebody German on a game called Smite, and the game got him banned by PlayStation for 30 days. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, that's his fault for playing Smite.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Is he going to be joining us?
He should. Let me quickly check in the car. Oh, there he is.
The man of the moment. Well, we'll start off with Mr. Cornish Mantis. What a fantastic win. Totally unexpected, but fantastic for yourself. Bit of a confidence boost. How was that one, and how does it feel?
I've forgotten what it's like to be here. It's quite strange, really. I knew that being on a different track to Cornish, I'd have a little bit of leeway, but I was more focused on just trying to keep it on track. I've struggled quite a bit in the past with turn 1 and turn 2 and a few other corners of that track, so I was quite happy just to get through the race without any penalties, if I'm honest.
A bit of a disappointing qualifying, but man, did you make up for it in the race. I know that Cornish obviously had his issues with the spin. Was there much of an attack? It looked like he had a pretty decent start.
Yeah, I was half tempted to use my last set of softs in qualifying. A part of me just assumed there might be a safety car, so I figured it might as well just be best to stay where I am. And I was quite lucky enough to have a relatively decent start off the line. And it's quite hard to be able to make a move into turn 1 and make it safe. I was, again, lucky enough to be able to do that. And the hard tyres felt quite nice for most of that race. And I ended up going a couple laps after I was meant to, because they still had grip to them. But once I moved to the mediums, I realised that it was so much nicer, and I was able to find a nice groove without picking up any warnings.
Oh, brilliant! Congratulations on your first win of the season, Ninja. Have you got anything to add?
No, I think that was a perfect race from Mantis. He controlled his pace, didn't have any silly spins, and congratulations on your first win in this season. I don't know when was the last time you had a win with Simcade.
Yeah, that's why I've forgotten what it's like to be here. It's quite strange.
Yeah. No, it's
But thank you very much, fellas. Appreciate it.
Yeah, keep that momentum up because it's good to see different drivers on the podium.
Thank you very much.
Indeed. Well, on to Cornish. Well, I mean, it was all going very swimmingly, and then it all just disappeared in front of you. How bad was that spin? Obviously, it did cost you the win, but is it just errors now that are popping up every now and again from yourself?
I want to say that it's because I can't practice for this league as much as I can for the others, but that's not an excuse. I had the win in the bag. I just needed to keep the car on the track, and I just took the second to last corner a bit too much curb. It spat me out, and I lost about 9 seconds because of it. I was lucky I didn't put it in the wall actually, so there was a bit of a silver lining, but I didn't get damaged and everything. I was still able to keep up with Extinct and get in because of his penalty. But congrats to Mikhail Mantis, because he does deserve to be up here. He's got the pace. He's got a couple of mistakes in him every now and then, and he should be up here more often. So it's good to see him up here. But qualifying was all right. I was a little bit off the pace in quali. I hate this track for qualifying, but I love it for the race because I never get penalties here. Never. I keep it within the limits quite well until I spin or bottle it. But yeah, everything was fine until that spin. But yeah, it is what it is. I'll take P2.
So obviously, you say that you're struggling with practice. You've got a lot on there, which when you're part of multiple leagues, I suppose that's what happens. You do have a lot on, so there is an excuse, and we do allow it. We're here. We're not the. I'm not saying we're not the most important league, but again, we're just here for the racing and the togetherness.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for. The good vibes in a party with the lads, having a good time. It's for the bands. I love it.
Well, congratulations on P2, Ninja. Anything?
Cheers, guys.
No, I think it was a solid effort, Corny. It's just one of those things, what the curbs are like sometimes, and I think you're not 100% happy, but you're still happy to be on a podium. So
absolutely, after that, 100%. I'd say
you can't ask for more than that. So
that might be one of my last races on pad, because I should be getting a wheel soon. So look out! Look out!
Then we'll be asking what second and third think of the race all the time.
Well, there'll be an adjustment period for sure. I'll find something. I'll get there. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, up in the immersion for sure.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
indeed. And well, Extinct. I know that you're going to be downhearted, but again, it's another podium. I would take that as a solid win from yourself. How did that one feel for you?
No, I feel like I had the pace to win, but a spin on lap 3 and then another spin which gave me rear wing damage and front wing damage at the end of the race. I dropped down to P3 after that. So I had the pace, but not exactly the track limits and the luck on my side.
Did that one feel a bit better than it did last week? I know you've made a couple of errors yourself, but a bit more upbeat about that one.
I'm more like disappointed on this one because qualifying, I messed up myself, invalidating every single lap, setting one lap unused. Like I put like 3 laps on the soft, and then I put 1 lap very slow, and then off the line I got a good start, but then the AlphaTauri like just pushed me off, and then I got a penalty. I got a warning, and then I had to give the place back to him, which cost me more time. And then after I spun on lap 3, both the AlphaTauris were like really annoying me because I overtake one, the other one just dive bombs me, and then goes off track. That's the other one too, and then some lot of weird teamwork they were doing. But I somehow eventually caught them, and I was catching up to Cornish Mantis, but after that spin, I just gave up.
But we do hope for better luck for yourself next time out. I'm pretty sure you'll be up here with us again because your pace is pretty much been on it since the start of the season, really.
And only done like 3 races till now, so not sure if I'll be able to do the next race or the other one. I'll have to see.
Well, we do hope to see you back. You got anything, Ninja?
No, it's just I know we have a few difficulties getting Extinct into the lobby at the start of the races and stuff, but Extinct's one of those drivers that I really like to see on the grid because he has got a lot of pace and he's actually got really good racecraft as well, which is something that a lot of the other drivers further down the grid can learn from. But it was nice battles. I know the with the AlphaTauris it was hard racing. I don't think there was too much wrong overall with the racing. So it's always nice to get a little battle around Austria because of, it's a lot of straights and everything. So congratulations on your 3rd place, Extinct. It's another podium, and hopefully we'll see you next week again.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, thank you very much for you guys, and we hope to see you again next week.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys. GG's. Legends as always.
Enjoy your weekends.
Have a good evening.
All right.
Oh, there's not the usual exit there from Cornish.
We haven't heard that for a few days.
No, but I think he losing his way, isn't he?
Well, we'll need to have a little talk with him.
Yeah, well, indeed we do. Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed we do. Again, Extinct seems a bit down with that result.
A little bit down, but I think it's understandable because I think he knows himself he had the pace tonight to maybe push for that second place. But yeah, getting damage on the car is it's not ideal.
No, but
especially rear wing damage because it's very difficult to control the car with that.
Indeed, it is. It's floor and rear wing is very very tricky, isn't it?
Yeah.
Overall, good result for the 2 Cornish lads.
Oh yeah, 100%. It's nice to see Mantis at the top of the table as well, or top of the podium. That'll boost his confidence a lot.
Well, going into the last 3 rounds now.
Yeah.
The season is coming to a close.
And I think we've got 3 excellent tracks for the final 3 as well.
You think?
Because we are Paul Ricard, and now Paul Ricard is one of those circuits with which I really hated at the start, but I've really got to really enjoy it now. So Paul Ricard, Mexico, and Brazil. Like Brazil's my favorite track of all time, anyway. So,
well, I think that was one of the main reasons why they chose to end the season. We've always had Abu Dhabi, and I think it is nice to just mix it up, be a bit old school, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
And obviously, Mexico, it's a must, isn't it, in the calendar now? It's well suited to the F1 cars. Technical, it's tricky.
Yeah, and that nice long straight for DRS.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but we are getting towards the end of the season, and a few plans for next season, which we should be showing off soon, hopefully.
Yeah, that means I'm going to be making some more videos.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, it's been a fantastic having you here. I know you missed a little bit at the beginning, but it's absolutely fine. Simi kept us in check. Thank you very much, Simi, and obviously congrats on the points. But guys, just before we do head off, I'll do a little spiel. Don't forget, if you want to know what we're doing, when we're doing it, and how we are doing it, then go check out our website. Everything is on there, including all our social media links, YouTube, Twitch. I know we don't post much on Twitch anymore. Twitter.
Not working.
No.
Why are you not working?
They'll come up all in one. If not, simcadeleague.co.uk.
Yeah.
Nailed it. That does have our link to our Discord as well. So guys, if you want to get involved in our Discord, you don't have to get involved with the race, and if you just want to join the community, then we are open to everybody. So guys, do come and join. That does have everything and everybody that you see racing every single week. With some famous people now, soon to be even more famous. That's in the Discord. So guys, do come and join us. We do play more games than racing games, would you believe it?
Yeah.
And also we are doing this for Calm this season. They are our season 5 chosen charity. Is that you typing that, or are you copy and pasting that from somewhere?
Oh no, I copy pasted that in.
So guys, do go ahead over to our Just Giving page where you can donate Every penny does count, and Karma's been a fantastic charity. They have lots of information, videos, help, assistance. So if you are struggling, then do give them a call, or branch out to any charity for mental health.
Yeah.
We've got one more note. Takona are our sponsor for this season. We teamed up with them back last season, and they decided to stick with us for another one. So if you want to head over to their store, there it is, takona.co.uk. Also, if you use Simcade 15, you can get an extra 15% discount off their monthly t-shirts, and they do have some fantastic stuff as well. And obviously they do monthly coffee and car meets, so keep an eye out for that. There might be one in your area, you never know.
Yeah, and just on one last note,
yep.
It was last season's charity, but we have stuck with them as Combat Stress because, you know, yourself included, AJ.
It's close to home, isn't it?
And a lot of drivers with us, you know, it is something very close to them, and it's a bit more specialist than the help that they can get elsewhere. You know, the Combat Stress guys are really set up for dealing with that kind of thing. So if anyone is in the Discord, you know, struggling, you know, them's the links, you know, hit them links up, go speak to them. Because as much as we can be helpful, you know, we organising racing and stuff we got there, you know, it's like we're not specialists. You know?
No, but
we've no medical training, but we're here to chat. But you know, the specialist help is there, and it's always good to reach out.
But what I would say on that note is we have been like reflecting on our community, and what I would say is if you are too anxious to go to, you know, one of these wonderful charities, then by all means you can jump in our Discord first. You know, then we can do a bit of guidance, a bit of help.
Yeah.
We'll put you in, you know, if you don't, because it is daunting, isn't it? For some people, and
it is.
I wouldn't like to be in that situation.
Yeah, I think as men we find it awkward to talk about our feelings.
We do,
you know, but it's like I think everyone here, you know, we all know each other, and it's a little bit easier to open up.
Men, women, and like, you are more than welcome.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And well, I guess on that note, I guess it is about time to say goodnight. And what another fantastic week of racing it's been. You know, Tuesday's ACC, yesterday's GT7, and tonight's F1. We're hoping for some more of the same next week.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay. Well.
And you can go to our website, see our calendars, and see all the racing. Because we do have a good week coming in.
So we got in the
Silverstone
on ACC. Yeah, I was just reading that, and we've got. Can't see that.
Panorama.
Panorama. Yeah. In the GT7,
basically.
Yes, it is, and then obviously Paul Ricard for F1. Where I will be hopefully joined by either yourself or Dodo next week. Who knows? But
hopefully,
pretty sure it'll be good no matter what, right?
Yeah, but at Silverstone in the wet, that should be fun.
In the wet,
Panorama is always a bit crazy, heading over the mountain as they call it. So it should be fun.
Did you say Silverstone in the wet?
Silverstone is a wet race. Yes.
Okay, nothing like trying to scare the living heck out of people.
Yeah. Shouldn't be too bad.
Fenton,
they already tested it, and it was fine to race it. So.
Silverstone in the wet capitals. I mean, he's happy for that. I can see that with the wet in exclamations. You know, I can see that.
Yeah, but a big shout out to everyone in chat watching. We appreciate you hanging out and just watching us. You know, gabble on.
Which
F1
we do
stuff.
a lot of, yeah. Because obviously we did hit our milestone. The last couple of weeks, we have hit 20,000 views on 137 uploads. So, guys, don't forget to hit the follow button, the notification button, and if you like what you see, then do give us a comment. And if we're doing something that you don't like, then please let us know, and we'll mix it up.
Yeah,
we'll do something different. We do listen.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah,
we're not too set in our ways.
No, I can get rid of Ninja if that's what you want. You know.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
I'll be upset, but we can do it.
He'll get over it. Right. Well, fantastic. Thank you very much, Ninja, for joining me in the commentary box. Thank you very much, Simi, for stepping in, and everybody in Simcade. Thank you very much for some fantastic racing this week. And we hope to see you all next week.
Yes.
So
have a good one.
Have a good evening, everybody, and speak to you very soon. Goodbye.
Bye.